Welcome back to another episode on this channel Terped. Here I document my mischief, but also my successes in growing. We just changed the law in Germany, so it's now legal for us to grow wheat, but later on in the video we will go into that topic more. But the main focus of this video will be all my equipment which I will use for the next grow, the genetics I will use, and what I maybe will do different compared to the last grows I did. This is not my first grow. Now that we legalized it, this will be my fourth grow in a row. But before that, I also had some chances to learn some. Not necessarily in the legal way, but that's the past and nobody cares about that anymore. If you want to have a look at my old grows, there's also my German channel, which I started a while ago. But now I will obviously also upload videos here regularly on this channel. But let's go right in the topic and start with the whole equipment we will use this grow. So a big change in the new grow will be the lights. Before we used the G5000 with 480 watts from Spider Farmer, and we had great success with these lights. We additionally used also infrared and UV light, but that was also my first time, so I still have to learn a lot on that side. Instead of the G5000, we now use the Mini Sun 2 from Medic Grow, and this has even a little bit more wattage with 500 watts. I also tested the PPFD levels already from both lamps, and we have a clear winner here with the Mini Sun, pretty close to the lights, about 10 to 15 centimeters. It produced over 3000 PPFD, where the Spider Farmer lamps only came to around 2000, but we are in such a high range here that it's probably not even necessary anymore, but we will figure that out when it comes to the flowering stage. For now we will use the lowest setting for the Mini Sun 2. This is 40%. It's the lowest the lamp can go. That's why I put the lamp way up there to not stress the blends when they're really young. For now they're not even in the tent. Right now they're in a little greenhouse, so I can keep up the humidity really high. About 90% I want to achieve here in the first few days. The only problem which I have with the small greenhouse, that there's no wind in there, and the plants should get that pretty soon. So right now I take the hood off for about an hour, 2 or 3 times a day, so I can put a fan right next to it, so they will get trained at a really young age and hopefully don't tend to produce small and weak stems. So when they come over from the tiny greenhouse, it's really important in the big tent to have a similar humidity. 90% is way too high here, especially for all the equipment we have in there, and it's not necessary after a week anymore. So here in this tent at the start we try to achieve around 70 to 75% of humidity. Besides of the humidifier, which is from Spider Farmers, we will also use the fans again. They're really nice, they're super quiet. For ventilating the tent we will use the AC Infinity inline fan, 6-inch big, which can change a good amount of air. I can mostly let it run on the lowest level, so it doesn't make any sound at all. If you're interested in any grow equipment from Spider Farmer, you can always use my code TERPTONY and get a bonus discount on your next order. And my last really important equipment is of course the soil. Here I use Living Soil from Couple of Plants. It's a small German company that just started with the legalization as well, and this soil has all the nutrients which the plants need from the seed all the way to the harvest. And if we see any deficiency at the end of the lifetime of the plant, we can also use our bloom shots and grow shots which come with our soil. So this time our grow will be all organic, which I'm really proud of, and I hope I can get similar results if I were to use my mineral fertilizer. For this project we're using 3 different breeders with 3 different strains. The first one is Gezerpel from Humboldt Seed Company, and it's a 70% sativa hybrid which has diesel and berry notes. This strain is not too crazy with the THC percentages, and I mainly grow it for the flavor, which I'm really excited about. The second one is called Super Sour Runs and it's bred by Atlas Seed. It's a company from the US and I've never used them before, so I'm really excited about what they have to offer. Super Sour Runs is bred from Miracle Alien Cookies, Sour Diesel and Red Runs. That's a super nice variety, so I can't wait to try it out. And the last one, which I'm super excited about, is called Imperium X from Amnesia Seeds, which I also never tried out, and they also come from the US. And even the strains that it's made of are completely unknown to me. Imperium X comes from City of God and the White Angel. This strain's supposed to be super powerful and even has some disclaimers to it that even some veterans find it too powerful, so I'm quite excited what it can produce at the end. They say it can reach up to 36% THC, but we will see at the end what we can achieve. And despite of its crazy high potency, it's even a 60% sativa hybrid, which is really crazy to me. And supposedly it will grow purple to dark black at the end, which I'm quite excited about. I wouldn't say I'm a professional grower at all, and there's still a lot of improvement. So my biggest dream is to create a community here from all over the world where we can share our knowledge about our favorite plant. And I'm aware that, for example, Canada or the US is far ahead in knowledge about the plant, which I could even see myself because I love going to Canada, and it was also Canada that truly manifested my love for this plant. Back in the day, I think it was 2012, I worked there on a kind of small cannabis farm, but it was a lot of fun for me. I learned a lot, and that brings us to the German law, which now changed nearly a year ago, where German citizens are now allowed to grow free plants. Yeah, you heard me right, it's free. I don't know why they came up with this number, but not only does the German state say you're only allowed to have a certain amount of plants, you're also only allowed to have a certain amount of dry flower, they call it. So if you try to get better as a grower, Germany basically doesn't allow that. Germany says you have to be a shitty grower and grow with free plants only 50 grams of dry flower. That basically shows you that these people who at the end wrote these laws have no idea about growing and probably couldn't even care for a cactus. So this shouldn't be their base of argumentation at all. But hey, they never ask real growers at the end. So you probably would think that would be enough to regulate the legalization in Germany. But no. There are pages and pages full of restrictions, fines you have to pay if you smoke at certain areas, do it at the wrong time, or do it while minors are present. I don't really care about those things, it's not specific about growing, so it's not that detrimental to me. I mostly smoke at home anyways. But it just shows you how difficult all these things are to manage if you are a regular consumer and even a grower. If I would go into all these different laws, we would sit here for days, and I don't want you to go through this as I did, so we're gonna leave that for here now. But if you're interested in more, you can leave it down in the comments and I will answer all your questions. Hopefully one day Germany will go the same path as Canada or even parts of the US did, but for that we probably have to wait a long time. Not even a month from this day on, we will have a re-election, and this will go probably in a really conservative way. So I guess despite of all the laws that restrict us, we still have to be, I guess, lucky to be at least allowed to grow our free plants, which is more than enough for me. And if I have more dry flower at the end, I'm always doing some extract like bubble hash or oil in the future. So if you want to check these videos out, they're also on my German channel, but I'm sure in the future we will have similar stuff here going on this channel too. It's a little bit sad that I can't show you bigger plants this video, but in 2 weeks time these little plants will grow up a lot and we will have a lot to talk about next episode. If you have specific topics you want to talk about in the next videos, just let me know in the comments down below. I see you next time. Till then, bye bye.